Viewer beware.
Oh, so, I've been thinking, what exactly are you?
What do you mean?
Well, I remember putting on a mask during the second Haunted Mask episode, and then you were just here.
Have you ever read those comics with Spider-Man and the Venom symbiote?
Yeah?
Of course you have, nerd.
Okay. Well, anyway, welcome back to Gamer Beware. It's the only show where we go over each and every game in the Goosebumps franchise, and today we're taking yet another trip back to Horrorland with 2008's Goosebumps Horrorland on PS2.
Again with Horrorland. It's like we have a season pass.
I think this will be our last time. Maybe. Anyway, this game also came out on Wii and DS, but for the sake of our video here, we're just going to play the PS2 version. And even though this is our third visit to the titular Horrorland, there's a little bit of a different spin on this version. Because this game came out a few months after the Goosebumps Horrorland book series came out, meaning that this takes all of its cues from that series and not the original series. So what this really means is that the layout's going to be a little bit different, and the characters are a little bit different. So there's no Madison Storm from the last game. There's also no Monster TV, meaning that this isn't all just a reality TV show. This is just horrors setting up a park for the sake of being horrible. Big changes in the Horrorland verse. But in the 2008 game, it's the story of a kid that's trapped in a theme park that's trying his best to get out. Sure, we've seen it before, but have we seen it with a human-to-horror transformation sequence? I don't think so. So, with that being said, let's take our next trip to Horrorland.
Who is it?
Our game starts in a quiet suburb when a horror delivers a free ticket to our hero character. Suspicious of the gift, our character tears up the ticket and tosses it away. But then the ticket magically reassembles and flies back to his hands. Right after that, our friend Nate runs over and shows off the same ticket that he also received. Nate convinces us to visit the horror park, and our adventure begins.
Woohoo!
Tickets, please.
What are you supposed to be? Some kind of swamp monster?
I'm a horror, as in Horrorland.
Great costume.
Thanks. Same to you.
Hey!
Looks like you're in.
Nate runs off immediately and the gameplay starts. What immediately separates this game from the previous Horrorland title is that you directly control your character and run around the park at will. Our first area is Carnival of Screams, and we are left to our own devices to experience the park, which is mostly a cavalcade of minigames, like a test of strength,
10! Dead ringer!
the bumper cars,
Yeah!
a ball rolling game, and a giant Velcro suit game.
Fortunate frights or an unfortunate fall. 100 points.
Eventually we come across a billboard for the Great Gargantua that's quickly replaced by a poster for the new ringleader of Horrorland, Horrifico.
That's much better.
After we score high enough on the minigames, we get to our first roller coaster of the game, where we have to dodge obstacles until the ride completes.
Whenever you're going downhill, put your hands in the air to score big points.
Ah!
After we complete the coaster, Nate and our character can progress to the next area, Vampire Village.
You made the fright restriction. No more kiddie rides for you.
Nate is goofing around and gets into a coffin.
All plastic! I want your blood.
Nate, come on.
Nate!
Which teleports him away, leaving us alone again, and with a new set of mini games to run through. Oh my god, it's already so boring. After we get enough medals from those, we approach the main coaster and see the horrors are holding a little girl captive. So we jump in the cart behind her and chase her down to set her free.
That was too close. I can't believe you were trapped on that ride.
I knew someone would rescue me. There are some nice people, even in Horrorland.
What's up with this place? I can't tell what's real
Stop
and...
right there. Hand over the girl.
Run!
Quick, hide here.
Now where are we supposed to go?
I know a hiding place. The cursed carriage in Vampire Village. Meet me there.
Wait, who are you?
I'm Gigi, of course.
Gigi knows how to escape the park, but we need to reassemble our ticket that was ripped up by the horror at the front gate. Luckily, Gigi can sniff out all of the ticket pieces, and it just so happens each area of the park holds one piece each. We grab the pieces in Vampire Village and Carnival of Screams, and then head to our next area, Fever Swamp. Also in Fever Swamp, we see the stage for the Great Gargantua that's been smashed to bits, as apparently Gargantua has escaped. Anyway, back to the minigames that are a little more gross in Fever Swamp.
Arr, matey, ye angered the beast. Now ye shall be a bug-to-bus feast.
Until we finally unlock Mad Labs. And guess what? More minigames. They never, ever, ever, ever end. But we run into Nate again, but he does run away before he can really talk much.
What happened to you? Where have you been? The coffin in Vampire Village had a secret slide. This place just keeps getting better and better.
We also learned that our next ticket piece is in the staff area of Mad Labs, meaning we need to disguise ourselves.
Well, go ahead. Try it on.
What's this made of? It almost feels like skin. How do I look?
Very lifelike.
Hey, what's happening? I can't get this. Oh, I feel funny. What's happening? What is this? Oh no!
Nice costume.
So we're a horror now, but let's make the best of a bad situation and get that ticket piece. In the staff area, we run into Horrifico immediately after getting our ticket, and he turns us back into a human. So we repay him by macing him and running away.
And where do you think you're going?
I'm getting out of Horrorland. This place is nuts.
Don't make me laugh.
You're evil. This whole place is...
Evil? What's so bad about that? You came here to be scared, right? To see your nightmares come to life. You'd look dandy as a fluffy little baby bunny, don't you think?
Eat my dust, Horrifico.
When we get back to Gigi's hiding spot, we see that she's gone missing. But luckily, she tells us the spot for the last ticket piece.
They got me. Come to Terror Tombs. Get the gold on Pharaoh's Fairways to find the last piece of the ticket. Gigi.
So you know what that means. More mini games. Eventually we get access to the last area, the Terror Tombs, but we can't play the required game until we get even more minigame medals. I'm going insane. This is madness. Why do we live? Just to suffer? But eventually we get into the final challenge. But just as we win our challenge, we are sentenced to death via roller coaster.
We have a winner! You have found all the pieces of your Horrorland ticket and are free to go! Yes, free to go to the next ride! That's right, our horror attendants will now
Hey!
escort you to the
Let me
darkest,
go!
dankest, most despicable ride in all of Horrorland. The ride even the horrors won't ride. The heart-stopping, sweat-breaking, nail-biting, thrill-a-minute until you just can't take it anymore. Certain death! And we do mean certain. No one makes it out alive.
Congratulations! You've made it all the way to the end. How do you feel?
Is that a trick question?
Silence! It's your last ride. Don't forget to have fun.
But these horrors don't know us as we easily breeze past the obstacles and save the girl at the end.
Gotcha! Now that was awesome, man! But you know what? I don't think this is a real amusement park at all. Are you okay, Gigi?
I feel great. What about you?
What's happening? Oh no. You're the Great Gargantua, aren't you?
Thanks so much for setting me free. Now I can make the whole world my Horrorland.
So Gigi was the Great Gargantua all along. Who would have guessed it? It may not have seemed super obvious in this video, but if you actually are playing the game, they kind of spell it out for you at every turn. Horrifico says specifically that the Great Gargantua is a shapeshifter and can change into anything, even a little girl. Also, the PA announcer constantly gets on the system and says, you know, there's a girl with a doll, she's very dangerous.
Also, you know, her name is just her initials, GG.
Yeah, they really drive the point home. They just keep harping on it. And honestly, the only thing that makes you forget is that you constantly play these terrible minigames over and over again. Granted, if you played this on Wii or DS, you could probably squeeze a little bit more fun out of the fact that, you know, there's touch and motion controls, but on the PS2, you're just wiggling joysticks for roughly 4 hours before you finish it. And that's such a shame because there's really not much plot to get in the way of the story here. I mean, you walk into a park, you try to leave the park, a little girl tells you exactly how to leave the park, and then it turns out the little girl's a monster.
The game could have been an email.
Exactly, and there's just not that much to say about it because they put more focus on these mini games than they did the horror of the Horrorland. So there's nothing here. There's nothing of substance here. And that's such a bummer because I was so excited when I started this game and I could move freely throughout the park, but there's just no atmosphere here that works, especially compared to the PC game Escape from Horrorland that was just dripping with atmosphere. And for that, I'm going to have to give 2008's Goosebumps Horrorland a 1.5 out of 5 bumps. Check it out. Especially if you're on your third visit to the same theme park and you've seen everything before and you are just over the whole experience. This is a perfect simulator for that. It's like the standing in line ride of The Simpsons. Was that The Simpsons or was that South Park? It's one of them. You got it. You watch cartoons. I don't know, man. I'll see you guys next time. If you made it this far, please subscribe. I love you. See you later.
It's a dream. You mean nightmare, right? Whatever. We have to go. Now. Mom, can you give us a ride to Horrorland?